All right, guys, good afternoon. Welcome aboard to the aftermarket recap. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Starting a little late today, my apologies. It's 5:07 Eastern Standard Time. Let's rock and roll and get to work. Dow was up today 346 points. NASDAQ down up 2.28%. S&P up 1.5%. We did hit that 3,900 level that we talked about this morning. So if you were long, congratulations. We were long as well. Fourth straight session of the S&P 500 gaining in value. That's the first time that's happened this year. That's pretty bad in terms of 2022, but that's where we are. VIX came down 2.43% today. Let's go and take a look at that chart. And you could see there is a gap to fill, a small one that I put here. This is, I believe, on the daily. Oh, this is in the 1 hour. Let me see, 4-hour chart. There was a small gap to fill. Maybe it's on the weekly. I thought I had it here. I thought I had it. Maybe it's on the hourly. Small gap to fill right here at 25.35. Pretty close. So again, we're getting closer down to that level. If we got getting to below 20 on VIX, then it'd be interesting to probably buy some insurance if that's the case. But right now, VIX it's at 26. Again, we're about really close to 20, kind of, but we're closer to 30, obviously. Let's see if we go fill that gap right down to 25.38. But again, nothing has really changed here, guys. Again, I know we had some nice price action. A lot of it's just technical buying, maybe some recession fears easing. But for the most part, again, the whole structure has not changed. Do I think we have bottomed? No, I don't think so at all. Equal at S&P up 1.45%. Thank energy today. Energy was a winner today. Dollar index down 0.03%. Kind of quiet. Let's go and bring up that chart. Dollar still relatively elevated. I don't want that still elevated. I need that to come down a little bit to maybe boost equities a little higher. Take a look at TNX 10-year yields. Remember, we were as low as 2.746. We had a report from Realtor.com and Bloomberg regarding mortgage rates falling. Biggest drop since I believe 2008. We had a nice bounce on the 10-year. So again, now we're above 3%. So again, we filled some gaps here, filled that one here, and we got one more to the upside. We'll probably get to around 30.93. TLT will probably sell off a little bit more, and then we'll probably fill this small gap here at 29.23. Kind of hard to trade treasuries, especially since bond volatility has been so high. But again, something to look for, especially if you're in the real estate market. Take a look at TLT. TLT did soar on Wednesday, came back down about $4, so big move to the downside. We'll see exactly what we get moving forward. In terms of gold, let's take a look at it. Again, my level for gold, if you're wanting to buy some, I already have some. So again, I'm not looking to buy anymore, to be completely honest. 1672, if you are a gold investor, that's a good level to go by. 1672 to 1700 would be a good level to possibly lean into some gold. Let's take a look at high yield credit, finally catching a bid with NASDAQ. That's good to see. Let's go and take a look at hourly. This is high yield credit. I have a 75.55 level to target. Let's go ahead and see if we get there. Investment grade, pretty quiet. Actually outperforming government bonds. But again, 110.48. We still have a lot more to go for the upside to see if bonds do bottom. In terms of crude oil, you know my drill here, 90 to 95. We did hit 95 yesterday, but again, it bounced right up. So again, I'm looking for 92.53. The reason that is because that is the 200-day. I thought I had it here. Let me see if I have it here. 200-day moving average. Where was that moving average? Let's see the weekly. Here we go. I had the crude oil level and I lost it. So let me see if I can find it on the 4-hour. Not on the 4-hour. I believe it was on the daily. Well, I did have the daily 200-day moving average. I think it was deleted here. So let me go ahead and add it. So let's go ahead and add a study. We'll go to moving averages. We'll go to simple moving average. I believe that is the 9-day. I don't want that. We'll go to the 200-day. So that's probably what happened. I deleted it. 200-day. We'll go ahead and put it as red. Apply. Okay, there we go. I guess I deleted it. 92.64. That's your 200-day moving average on the daily. We have not broken below the 200-day since 2021 in December. And 2021 in December. That's right. Not since COVID. I thought it was since COVID, but we haven't broken down below. So that'd be a good level to take a look at that in terms of crude oil. Probably start legging into some energy stocks. Warren Buffett bought some more Berkshire Hathaway. He added 12 million more shares. So we'll see where crude oil goes from there. Taking a look now at gasoline futures, we're up today. So again, we had a nice drop, a little bit of a pop here. Again, still below the 100-day moving average on the daily of 346. Again, $2.88 would be a nice level for gasoline, especially reprieve at the pump. But again, that'd be a good level. That would kind of link up with our crude oil being around 90 to 95, the 200-day on the daily. Again, that's where I want to go ahead and leg into energy. Not here, not yet. Anyways, Bitcoin up 6.71% today. Again, no secret, goes with the NASDAQ. So we know the drill. Here's the future side. Again, we have a lot more to go. Let's go to the hourly. You can see sort of a little bit of a breakout, kind of came back down below 22,000. Let's go and see if we can get really the level that I'm looking for, guys, before we start talking about any kind of bottom. Again, I have my level 18.3 where we bought over the weekend a couple of weeks ago. But again, 28,722, there's a gap to fill. Really 30,000. If we can get above the 30,000 again, that'd be a very strong move for Bitcoin. In terms of Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. We know that's a little more high beta. We have right around 1650 for a gap to fill on Ethereum. So let's keep an eye on that. Put to call ratio. Let me see if I could take a look at it. Oh, this is the commodity. My apologies. I see the put to call ratio. Put to call ratios were down. So again, more on the call side. Again, these are spikes of days that were red. Tuesday being a red day, pretty ugly day where we turned around. That was pretty much the spike of the week in terms of put call ratio. So again, we're seeing more and more people buy calls as we're getting a little more positive in terms of the market. So again, today we did hit Apple, we hit Qs, we also had SPY today. So well done, team. I still have the S&P futures running with the futures group. So pretty solid day. We started pretty weak this week, about 0-2, and then we're ending the week very strong. So again, all we need is some momentum. That's really all we need. So we'll continue forward. Let's go ahead and put back on that oil. Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to go bring up bond because I'm trying to get into futures mode here as we're right at the 200-day on bond futures. Let's answer some questions. Good morning. Good afternoon, Carlos from William. Thank you. Good afternoon, William. I think we finished filling this gap on QQQ. There's a small cap on the daily between here and 299. I did have QQQ calls. The reason we took them early is for the simple fact that we have non-farm payroll tomorrow. So again, yeah, you do have that gap to fill. I still think that we're going to get to around 299, possibly reject. If you guys saw my reel today, if you guys remember or you looked at on Instagram, again, we know the drill. 4,000 is our level. That's what we've been targeting. It's that gap fill in SPX, that downside move. We can go ahead and extend this. Let me extend to the right, and I'll extend this a little more, extend to the right. And you can still see that all we are is between this channel here. We are above the 20. That's what we talked about yesterday. So again, we expected this bullish move to the upside. So again, if you watched this morning and you caught something, congratulations, great. 39.78 is that new resistance on SPX. This is S&P cash. You have a gap to fill at 40.16. I do say we get there. After that, who knows? That'll get us right into earnings. We have CPI next week. So again, a lot of stuff coming. We're still trying to fix the puzzle and try to get all the pieces. It's been a few straight green days. Not sure if we keep going. I expect that we do. Maybe tomorrow we get a little bit of chop. Maybe we probably get to the top around 39.45. Hey, for all we know, we want NFP to be weak. We want low jobs so inflationary pressures can come down. And I think that's going to be more bullish. Again, bad news is good news at this time. Carlos, on the daily, looking back a couple years, when the S&P drops below 30 on the RSI, is it a good buy, or are you looking to at any RSI? I don't use RSI much, but I used it for crude. Again, you can use it however you prefer. Let's go ahead and add it and kind of take a look at it. So we'll go ahead and put momentum studies. We'll go to RSI. And now we have RSI on SPX for the daily. Let's go ahead and expand this a little further and see what was the last time we hit 30. And again, that 30 level in 2020, RSI, we did bounce. But again, look at in 2008. Again, now was a different world, obviously. But just because we're an oversold doesn't mean it can't stay oversold. Again, we barely tapped this level. Now we're at 41. So again, nice zoom in. We double bottomed here at 30. So again, not terrible if you want to go into oversold. But again, look at COVID. COVID, we got to 21. So just because we break 30 doesn't mean we won't stay there. Is it a good level or a good indicator to look at to possibly start layering in positions? Possibly, but I wouldn't want to depend on it that much either because RSI is fine in general. But again, it doesn't tell you the whole story either. Again, you could stay at oversold or you could stay at overbought for a while, as we saw on SPX. Do you think we have a bottom? No. No, I don't think we've hit a bottom as yet. And the only reason I say that, and again, I hope I'm wrong, to be honest with you, because the best thing would be that everyone is happy again and everyone is, let me see here, I could go to here. Let me see if I can remove this drawing here. Studies. Let's see here. Edit studies. Sorry, we'll move this. Apply. Okay. Okay. The reason that I say that we're not at a bottom, and again, I hope I'm wrong. The only reason I say that is because we have earnings revisions coming, possible earnings revisions. If the earnings are strong and they have good guidance, the big names, the retail names, the big tech names, the banks, those guys, consumer discretionary, yes, then I would say more likely we've hit a bottom. But that could be the next shoe to drop. Again, we could retest right around 3,700. Again, I'm still waiting for 3,500. And the reason I'm saying that is because 3,500 is that 50% retracement all the way from the bottom of COVID to all the way to the most recent highs. So again, it gets us to around that 200 day on a weekly. Again, that seems to be a good level to go by. So again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we shoot tomorrow to 5,000. Obviously, I don't care about being right. I hope you guys take advantage. I've still been dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and SPY-G as I go along. So even if I miss the exact bottom, I'll still be okay. Also, can you show your S&P levels again? I missed them. Yes, S&P levels. If you're looking for just short term, let's go ahead and bring that up. SPX, we'll go back to the daily. Again, key levels. Let's go and check mark a couple of things. Above the 20, that's a good short-term indicator. Yes. We're testing now the Fibonacci level of 23.6, 3,900. Have you noticed that we've been rejecting that as of today? So probably just ran out of buyers this morning or some selling pressure here and there. But again, a good green day across the board. We filled some gaps. We have a gap to fill at 36.75. So be careful. But you have this downward trend right. Remember, if you remember this a couple of weeks ago, we thought we were going to get to 4,000. We got to 3,900 and we rejected. So it's been there. It was right here on the 27th of June. We rejected, came back down, and came back up. So 39.78 would be your first level. That's the top end of the range. That's exactly the 50-day moving average on the daily. This is S&P spot. Then you have the gap fill right here at 40.14. So the good news is that in terms of gap fills, that's pretty much it. You only have two. We have one to the upside, one to the downside. Not the best feeling in the world as a trader, but again, we are closer to the upside in terms of gap filling than the downside. We could fill this gap at NFP tomorrow or next week. If we have a strong CPI report, we can come down and fill this gap here with earnings revisions or a GDP downgrade or whatever. So again, it is down. The way it goes is really day by day. Carmen's asking about thoughts on tomorrow calls or puts on SPY. Well, it's tough to say because we have non-farm payroll report tomorrow. So, Carmen, let's go ahead and put that question on the side. I'm going to remember that tomorrow when we do the morning note, and we actually get this number at 8:30 in the morning. I'll retweet it out, and we'll see if we possibly get to this resistance here of 392. Once we get to 392, we could reverse, we could reject, obviously. I still think we go higher to 4,000 anyways. And then after that, God knows where we go. And you're welcome, William. And thank you guys for all the questions. I really appreciate it as always. If you like these videos, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the algorithms. I don't do a lot of videos. I do mostly lives. But again, it's live with me going over live data as always. So appreciate you guys. I love doing this every day. It's always fun giving you the news and waiting for that. Are you holding any further out expiring puts? Nope. I had AMD puts, got out of that this morning. Again, we thought we were going to get that breakdown, but again, nice big bounce due to the Samsung numbers. Right now, all I'm holding is two calls. I'm holding BABA and I'm holding, what was that, the other one? Amazon. That's really it. But we kind of took down a bunch today. We took 3 down today. So 3 trades today. Nicely done. AMD was the loser today. But again, tomorrow's another day. I didn't think we'd have 3 today, but we did. So we'll move forward and see what we get. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the non-farm payroll report, employment report at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 report. We'll go over it all together. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.